I just want a break from shit going wrong. It's just getting a bit much.
Our US road trip hasn't exactly been going to plan so far, so surely nothing else could go wrong, right? In this video, we once again experienced the huge highs
It finally happened! It finally happened!
and lows of a US van life road trip. Good morning, beans. We pick up exactly where we left off in the last video at the most incredible boondocking site in the Badlands.
We are now making our way down to Colorado over the next 3 or 4 days, but we have so many exciting stops in store, so let's hit the road. The landscape is changing dramatically, very quickly, and our first stop today is the very famous Mount Rushmore. I can't say I've ever been interested in seeing a bunch of American presidents carved into a rock. We're going in a little bit close-minded. I'm hopefully going to be extremely impressed and I'm going to change my mind, but I just want to be honest with you, we're not expecting much.
Yeah, I think as well, I want to point out, you know, as British people, the faces on the rock don't really mean anything to us.
Well, you grew up in America, so do they mean a lot more to you than they do to me?
I mean, I was so young, I don't really remember. You know, I moved back to the UK when I was 11, 12. So really, I mean, it doesn't mean much to me at all. I have no connection to these people. So I don't really know what I'm going to feel like when I see it.
Exactly as I imagined it would be. I have to say I was more interested in the turkey vultures that were flying around the head. That was pretty cool. For me and my tastes, it doesn't really work. I'm more excited about going to the state park. But I mean, of course, you know, if you're into big sculpted heads, this has got to be the #1 destination on your list.
So these are 4 of the artist's favourite US presidents. That's basically the reason that it's these ones in particular. So you've got George Washington, which was clearly the favourite because he's right at the front and definitely the most recognisable. The others are a bit, you know, in his shadow.
Yeah, well, Lincoln's
Lincoln's pretty great. Yeah,
is that Teddy Roosevelt? The one?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's his favourite. He looks like his least favourite.
Yeah, and he's looking a bit kind of moody as well. But maybe that's what he looks like, you know?
Who's hanging out or peering over Washington's shoulder?
I can't remember. Hold on. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
Jeffo?
No. Yeah, Jeffo is the second one. Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
It just feels like this is acceptable graffiti. Because like the rock next to it is perfectly fine. And if I went and scribbled my name, Alex Wazir, on that rock, you'd be furious. But if I was a president...
And you scribbled your face on
it. We've arrived at Custer State Park. We're currently on the wildlife loop and it's kind of a little safari. We've got these winding roads everywhere and we're on the hunt for bison and what other animals they can throw at us. In the last video we saw bison as soon as we entered the national park and I thought that meant we were going to see so many more, but that was the only time we saw them, so I'm not sick of them just yet. So hopefully we can see a few more.
More the bisons in our eyes, please.
I don't know why, but I really just want to be in a bison jam. It just sounds like a really cool road trip thing. Bison!
Bison!
It's not a jam, but there's a couple of bison here. It's just not the same when it's behind a fence.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel as real and wild when it's behind a fence. Okay, well we haven't got a bison jam, but we've definitely got some kind of donkey jam situation.
There's one car with 4 donkeys sticking its head in. That's ridiculous.
What are they feeding it?
What are you doing to those donkeys?
What are the donkeys doing to them?
Oh, it's a woman. Maybe she's heard the rumours.
Oh my god.
I think she's making out with it. This is weird though, it kind of borders on safari park. Zoo.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I can see that woman feeding them carrots. I'm guessing that's allowed?
Yes!
It's happened!
It's my dream!
His dream's coming true. It's a bison jam!
We are in a bison jam! Yes! Look at them! There's too many bison! I don't know why this has been such a bucket list thing for me, but I think it's just something that you would never, ever, ever see in the UK. The closest we would get is cows, and it is annoying.
Because you're used to it.
Because I'm very used to it, but here, look at this guy!
They're crossing the road right in front of us.
What the hell? Just like they're playing right in front of us. Oh.
This is so crazy.
This is a major highlight of the trip so far. Like, look how close these guys are to the car. Wow, this is something else.
I think that's the end of our little traffic jam.
I am so glad that we didn't see lots of them in the Badlands, that we weren't sick of them by this point, because this is exactly how I envisage seeing them. Not behind fences, just being annoying and in the road. It's kind of depressing that Google knows that we're in some form of traffic jam.
It knows everything.
This wildlife loop is not disappointing. It started slow with the caged bison, the donkeys making out with the old lady. But now nature is on fire. The prairie dogs are just doing this funny thing where they all jump up and they all scream, and one does it, then the next one does it, then the next one does it. This is great.
We would like to take a moment to thank Soundcore by Anchor for sponsoring today's video. The Soundcore Sleep A10 are new Bluetooth earbuds specifically designed for sleep. The 4-point sound masking system blocks out noise, which makes these the perfect travel companion, especially if you are staying in noisy campsites or truck stops where the noise outside can keep you awake. I'm really excited about this product because I actually struggle a lot with earbuds because I have tiny little ear holes. These are small, soft and lightweight, which makes them extra comfortable to wear, and they even come with a range of sizes so that you can find the perfect fit for you. I'm also a side sleeper, and these are the first earbuds I've owned that I've been able to wear while sleeping comfortably. And these are not only good for sleeping, you can listen to music during the daytime or your podcast as you would do with any other earbuds. They come with their own ambient sleep sound library available on the app, or you can listen to your own music via whatever app you prefer. If you're interested in giving the Soundcore Sleep A10 a go, we will leave a link for you down in the description below.
There's always something going wrong in our tiny house on wheels, and last night was another night of mice.
Oh,
and
they're in this time.
Emma didn't hear them last night, and I woke up and I was like, I think they're in here. And this morning there's mouse poo everywhere, and we found a little hole. As far as we're aware, the last time it left, and these are new ones, who knows, but we haven't heard them for a long time.
Saga continues.
But we're going to set up a trap because we found this hole, which is clearly where they're getting in. We'll get the
I just want a break from shit going wrong. It's just getting a bit much. So first it's the mouse and it's the flies and it's another load of mice. I just want to relax and have a nice time without infestations all the time. I don't understand.
You can see it's been nibbled away at or scratched away at. God, it makes me feel sick.
That's where I'd live. Can you see any poo in there?
No.
It's the first time I've seen you smile all day.
It's like the first time I was like, let's catch it, let's release it, it'll be fine. And now I'm like, die, you vermin. Get out of my house. Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I just have zero energy today. Most of the time we're pretty positive people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like through the first mouse, through the fly infestation, even through the fire that happened in Texas, we still remained pretty positive. But it's just getting to the point now where it's just really hard, where the relentlessness of just stuff happening.
This feels a little bit like the straw that broke the camel's back. We always have a lot of energy. Our energy is real, our excitement is real. But with all those highs, when something feels low, we really feel it. And
I wouldn't change that. I like that I get to feel extreme highs and in turn extreme lows. Like, it always part and parcel of life. That's fine.
Yeah. Today is a day where we're sick of van life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, really sick of it. And I know tomorrow will be another day.
Yeah.
I'll be all happy
Yeah.
and excited. But today isn't one of those days.
Yeah, I think it's just hit me today. A little bit more than any of the other days. And just seeing the mouse poos, you know, like, it's that extra level of disgusting that I just can't deal with.
Yeah, knowing that they're in here with us is just a bit much.
Yeah.
It just feels
such
like
a small space.
Yeah. There's not enough room for both of us. No. It just feels like, what's going to happen next? A plague of locusts? Is that what's coming next?
Oh no!
We bought a load of mouse traps.
Yeah.
That we're going to lay all over the place.
We're staying in a hotel tonight just because I cannot face sleep. Well, I know that I won't sleep if we stay in here
I can't
tonight.
sleep in here with them. I can't.
Or the noise of the scratching.
We had plans to go and see some more great things today, but we need to listen to ourselves, to our minds, and
we need to take a little step away from the van for a minute. Mm-hmm. We've booked ourselves into a hotel for the night. We are going to set traps all over the van to try and catch these little shits. Fingers crossed we will get them. I feel like that's enough negativity.
Yeah, it's just good sometimes just to process these things, just to talk it out. Yeah. Just to acknowledge to ourselves that we're sick of this. And tomorrow is going to be another day.
Yeah. We've got our bait. We've been told by many people that peanut butter is their choice of snack.
Irresistible to them.
I always thought it was cheese. Okay, right. Where's all these traps? So, we still have the trap that we were given back in Michigan, which we will also use. But we went to the hardware store and bought a whole bunch of traps. We mean business. Okay, so first we've got this one. Catches up to 4 mice. This one, on the other hand, can catch up to 30 mice. I just thought, you know, just in case. Let's go big. Oh god, it smells so good. I'm gonna put the big boy down here because we think this is where they're getting in mostly. Yeah, like that. Trap number 3.
Yeah, there was poo over here. Let's get him in.
Yeah, there was plenty of poo over here. Okay. That is gonna kill a mouse. Holy shit.
Ooh. Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mouse. But if you don't decide to go in the nice traps, this is gonna be your demise.
As fed up as I am, there's something a little bit fun about the challenge.
Oh my god.
Do you not feel like it's like almost like a little adventure? We're trying to like overcome an obstacle.
It's not been my favourite adventure to date, I have to say.
Yeah, but that's what life's all about. You get an obstacle and then you overcome it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Plain sailing is a boring life, so...
How satisfying will it be to be travelling around in this van without an infestation of anything?
I couldn't even imagine.
I know, we'll be so happy. We're never less than a metre away from a mouse.
That's so funny. Good morning, Phoenix. What do you have in store for us today?
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to open that door and see what's inside.
I kept waking up having dreams that we'd caught it, or we'd gone in and we hadn't caught it, and I don't know which dream was worse.
That's so funny. I was having the exact same dreams for like the whole first half of the night. I just kept waking up like different scenarios, but all involving the mouse.
Yeah. Well, now it's time for the reality.
Oh. Okay. Oh my god, there's a dead mouse. It's the first strap. There's a dead mouse.
Throw the spoon away.
I am heartbroken that it didn't go into one of the humane traps and it did go into one of the death traps. We definitely didn't want that to be the case, but at the same time, we really wanted it gone. And
it's like a mixed feelings. Like I feel guilty, but I also feel really happy that it's gone.
It's
like,
so much bigger than I expected. Like
so
I'm
big.
really glad it's gone because it's like bigger than the face. Oh.
I feel so ready to take on the day now, knowing that we're mouseless.
This was just the win that we needed. Just that little win, just to make life seem like just a beautiful place to be. It's just amazing how certain things, it wasn't about the mouse. I mean, it was about the mouse, but it was the mouse, then the flies, and the mouse, and just these,
wearing us down slowly.
it was just one mouse too far.
Yeah.
We have just arrived at our third national park, which is Wind Cave here in South Dakota, and this is, I think, the 7th largest cave in the world. And what makes it interesting is that there is this formation called boxwork down in the caves. This is the first cave that became a national park as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So with the Wind Caves, you can only actually go in them on a organised tour, and they have those dotted throughout the day, and they're all slightly different, and it's a first come first serve basis as well, so you just kind of have to turn up and hope for the best.
There's a lot of people being served right now as well, so we have to wait for a couple of hours, so we thought we'd squeeze in a little hike. Reached the top.
This is so nice. Look at this. I think I read that on a clear day you can see as far as the Badlands.
Oh wow. This is called the Black Hills Forest. You can kind of see why.
Is it Black Hills Forest or Black Forest Hills?
I gambled on that, but I don't actually know.
It's some combination of those words.
Such trivial things give me so much enjoyment. So over here we have a fire tower, and I've always wanted to see one randomly. I played a computer game once called Firewatch that involved one of these, and ever since I just thought one of the coolest things. In a different life I would love to be a park ranger or a Firewatch man, if that's what they're called. I don't think I've been this thin since I was a child.
You did it!
Oh man, this is a great day. No mouse and not as fat as I thought.
And so, if we take a very big step back in time, our geology experts say that this cave started to form somewhere between 300 to 350 million years ago. Now, if you were to visit Wind Cave National Park 300 million years ago, you wouldn't have driven here. You would have had to swim here. Yep. Because at one point, the Great Plains of the U.S. were all covered by an inland sea.
95% of the world's boxwork is in here, and it's pretty cool.
I am not usually a fan of group tours, and I'd say I'm still not a fan of group tours. That was extremely interesting, really cool to see.
Yeah.
Very unique and different to the other national parks.
Yeah. The only way you can see the caves is going on a tour, so you don't have much choice. If you want to see the caves, you've got to go on a tour. And the rangers are super knowledgeable, and they give you loads of information on the geology, as well as stories about history. So it is actually a really great tour.
I also love seeing the ranger in the ranger hat. It just looks like Yogi Bear. And from a Brit, it was very enjoyable to see him. Like, do you really dress like that?
Yeah.
I think he dresses like that on his day off. No!
It's a bald eagle!
It finally happened! It finally happened! A bald eagle!
I was just like, bald eagle!
Wow! It was huge!
It was enormous. Holy crap.
Wow, I'm sorry I couldn't film it properly. It just came out of nowhere and it left as quickly as it came. It sounds like me. Wow, it was huge!
It was enormous. So big. And yeah, big old white head.
Wow! I was not expecting that today.
No.
I resigned myself to not seeing one on this. Right, please. I resigned myself to not seeing a bald eagle on this trip. It happened. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
What? I don't know what it is about seeing wildlife. It just makes me come to life. I was feeling a little bit sleepy after the tour, and bam, I'm back. Our final stop in South Dakota. Something very, very exciting to us beans.
Yes, we are going on a tour through history today. First, we've been through some ancient caves, and now we're going to go and see some fossilized mammoths. This is still an active dig site, and there are over 60 mammoths as well as a bunch of other animals here. So they're still currently uncovering more and more stuff as time goes on.
So it was an actual sinkhole, right?
Yeah, and they're all just like in there.
And I think we have the best souvenir we've ever had on all our travels.
Yeah, Bruce, the absolute legend who's there excavating as we speak, personally handed us a piece of crystallized gypsum, I think it's called, and this little chunk is about 180,000 years old that I'm just holding in my little mitts.
Surely they're not going to allow us on a plane with that, because it's going to feel like we stole it from an archaeological site. It is so nice to be back in our bed.
Oh, so nice to be back in our bed without any weird noises.
Yeah, off camera all day we would just keep saying like, the mouse is gone. The mouse is gone.
So
Everything is good. Order has been restored. It's funny, I think that's the least excited I've ever been to see wildlife.
What, the mouse?
Yep.
So not fan.
Okay, we're going to bed.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Hello, is anyone home? Nope, good, that's what we like to hear. I am very happy to report we had absolutely zero mouse action last night.
I think we should get one of those signs like days since the last incident, so like it's been 1 day since our last mouse. We're now making our way to Colorado, which is going to be our last state on this trip, and hopefully where we'll be leaving our camper van to return next time. We still have so much to see when we get to Colorado. I'm really excited for this state. It looks so beautiful and we've heard such great things. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and leave us in the comments what animal traffic jam would you like to be stuck in. And nothing left to say. We'll see you next time, and beans out!